welcome all. We are kicking off NFL shortly. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can select your difficulty, play style, favorite team, or accessibility options. You can always change these later from the game settings.
Got most of my settings from last time, which is great.
Accessibility settings.
Unselected. VoIP window option. Menu narration option is set to on.
Speakers on.
Accessibility settings.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. As always, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, Rams and Patriots still a week away. We'll touch on that later. But as Coach said, the AFC coming in here on a 2-game win streak.
And I love the fact that it's back to AFC versus NFC. We had that little time frame with captain's picks, and there was no side. I didn't like that. So let's see if the NFC can get into it. Drew Brees will be their starting quarterback. Probably a little perturbed about how his season ended. And Patrick Mahomes from Kansas City, what a second season for that youngster.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. The linebacker C.J. Mosley of Baltimore with a tackle. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Breeze now to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The AFC heading out on offense, and leading him is number 15 from the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, in his first ever Pro Bowl.
Get your tux, get your best suit. Let's head to the red carpet. NFL Honors is coming up, and he will be the heavy favorite to be the NFL MVP. And let's face it, we'll see him here at the Pro Bowl many times to come in future years.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers.
That was such
and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to Conner here on first. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do. Plus, not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
The end result, 21 yards for Patrick Mahomes. What a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He is going to find Hill here. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the AFC has taken the lead. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Sweet. So I'm playing on this AFC.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
And the extra point's good, so we will kick
the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
So, play cover 6.
On first down, Breeze. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Breeze. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. So again, it's Breeze. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
Looking for the end zone, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the NFC has retaken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Thanks for the like.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown.
4 seconds. Anything we can really do is try and get a return touchdown, which I don't think we're going to get.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's do a Hail Mary. Why not? We got 1 second left.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The NFC looking to rewrite a little history as they lead this 2019 Pro Bowl at the break. Now remember, they've lost both of the previous Pro Bowls played here in Orlando. But maybe, just maybe, this is the one to break the streak. A lot still to play for in the second half as we go back to Camping World Stadium and Brandon God.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is Connor running right, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Holding defense.
Holding offense.
So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them. to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Going to do the cover 2-man in this one.
Breeze now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 16 yards, a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking it.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC able to cut it to within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the... And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down.
Hit him good.
A huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Ain't no ways we can get that.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure the effort.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley.
Gonna call out last time out. So just trying to stop him
Won't
from
do
getting to
it.
the
He
end.
needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So that should be okay.
Now Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Oh, no.
Pass interference. Defense.
Sweet. I definitely will accept that.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt.
Hey, on Facebook, welcome. Thanks for
welcome to
on.
Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team franchise or a quick pickup game in exhibition.
I want to basically get to the end of it, yeah.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft.
Sweet. I do like the graphics and the updates they've done.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. An offensive and defensive game plan has been pre-selected based on your weekly opponent tendencies. Change your game plan anytime before starting. Each week, you can focus train 3 players for extra experience. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training and head down.
So similar setup and layout to previous Madden NFL, same sort of themes, same sort of process. Just going through the training session and then first preseason game of the year.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Wait, set, 380!
Smash basics. So yeah, we've just done the first Pro Bowl game and now setting up the franchise to play as Patriots.
Hey, check it! Wait, that's 53! Sugar, sugar! Wait, that's 380!
So basically this one they want me to throw 2x instead of throw.
Regular, regular!
Nice. Success!
Wait, that, wait, 20! Wait, that, wait, 80! Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie in my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my Roski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. For so many yells, I'm not going back to those days.
That would have been a touchdown.
Treat me, do you like how it tastes? Wait, that's wide, 80! Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm 72. Straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy. I get 80 a show. See my money, stack it up. It look like I'm wait, that foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get out my problems. Let me magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you wait, that Alabama. 380. Think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him. Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited. We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level. Wait, that wide 20. Alert!
Nice. It's basically just doing training before.
Wait, that 29. Alpha. Shadow. Wait, that wait 20. Alpha. Wait, that 53. Hey, Alabama. I'm in the brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones.
380. 380. Let's go up. No, 66.
Hey man, listen, great job today. Step in the right direction.
Wait, that's 380.
As long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're gonna be just fine.
Oh, dude, how far did he throw that?
Wait, that's 53. Wait, 28. Wait, that's 380. 72. Wait, that's 20. On.
Oh, that was a big hit. That was a crop.
Wait, that's 380. Jack and reload.
Hey, you know what, man? That was
Alrighty.
pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more
Wait,
excited.
that's 20.
It's about potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
Wait, that's wide 80. Wide 20 hot.
Damn. Doing the defense training is good.
Wait, that's 180.
I do this for the family. I might just flow. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving they souls the chills. Not true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show my skills. Yeah. For something else like I don't know the feel. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, bitch.
Wait, that's Alabama. 380.
Say this one for your photo. Blessing after testing on my show skills. You ain't gotta tell me. I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show
Wait,
skills.
that's wide 20.
How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it, how about it? Rep for your bros, for your post, your pop, and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming.
Hey, hey!
Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets. You can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, sugar. One man on me, but it's deep. What you doing? I ain't damaged goods. Damn out the clay. Do what
Wait,
you
that's
could.
29. Alpha.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel.
Rip.
I'm
Wait,
keeping it
28.
so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving they soul the chills. My true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
Just doing a practice on my
Wait,
defense.
that's
See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's
So
real.
I'm
Yeah, bit this way.
practicing it a bit.
Deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show 'em skills. You ain't gotta tell me. I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show 'em skills. Yeah. So dismissal. I'm up in the field.
Nice. Stop him from getting the first down. Come on.
Don't jump off the line.
Wait, that's
Hey, man. Nice to have you on.
Gold 50.
Oh, good one. So it was a good luck. Welcome, Eamon.
Wait, that's 180. 180.
Do what you can and do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving they souls the chills. My true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show 'em skills. Yeah.
Just managed to cross that line.
It's like I don't know no feel. See
Wait,
the
that's
pain deep in my
380.
Yeah, good. How you doing now, Eamon? I'm getting better. I've played some of the other Maddens previously, but I'm actually in the UK, but I do love American football. Oh no, I can't see that one. Dang it. Yes, I love American football, and I love this game.
Wait, that's
And
53.
it's very similar to the others. It's just my defense always sucks. It's always sucked. So it's the area that I always have to train the most on. My offense, I'm normally really good at reading the defensive field, so I can change up as I need.
Hey, gold 66.
Dude, bring him down. Truck stick.
Wait, that's 380.
Where you at?
Gold bandit.
Oh, you went in. Nice, 4 out of 6. Sweet. Where at him? Are you in the US or? Cool. Sorry, I'm reading as well.
Hey, 66.
Oh my gosh. So open.
Hey, check it. Wait, that. Wait, 20. Sugar.
Nice. So that one I actually managed to read before he did it. So that was awesome.
Wait, that. Wide 80. Regular.
Oh, almost got it. Use a pick. Come on.
Wait, that. 80.
It's basically just doing training before the game. We're about to go into the game. So.
Easy. Wait, that. Alabama.
Thanks for the likes.
Wait, it hit. Wait, that. Wide 20. Wait, 20 hit.
Bring him down.
Wait, that. 29. Alpha. 72.
Another pick. Come on. Sweet,
man,
managed to
that was
hold him
great.
off.
I mean, you had a
Alrighty,
great
let's
day
go to the
today.
game.
You're taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
So my guy should get a little bit of increase on that. Nice. I like it when you go up. What is hitting me? Training complete. Upgrade goes done. AJ Howe.
This is the player card.
this
Here
is
you can
new.
see your player's strengths and weaknesses by looking at their archetype
I haven't seen
ratings.
this before. Thanks for the vote of confidence, man. See, he's a hybrid. He's been once I still that one. It's quite cool because they've introduced a whole bunch of new methods to get you to like interact with the game. One of your team leaders wants to talk. Before we get too far into the preseason, I just wanted to offer my 2 cents. Yeah, I agree. Getting our rookies out is always a key thing to do. Get the rookies to jam as much as possible because they need to do the practice. Tom Brady. Cool. I like the way they got Tom Brady giving the head coach advice. I think that's awesome. Because Tom Brady would do that in real life anyway, wouldn't he? He'd be like, no, you're calling it wrong, man. Change the play. We're doing this instead. Oh, that's really cool. Thanks, Tom. Alrighty, so training complete. Let's play our first preseason. Oh. So I'm gonna do the moments because a full game's like a whole hour, and I don't know if I actually have a full hour. Let's do the moments for the first one and then we'll see how it goes. So I used to play moments on the previous and it's pretty cool because a lot of the sort of like red zone plays that you get involved in. But we should hammer the lines because we're part of a better thing. They call enhanced. Ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Where y'all at? Thanks on Facebook. Great to have you on. Leave a message. Let me know where you're at. It's good to have you, man. Stephen Gilmore.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 42-year-old, 6-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady and the New England Patriots as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go.
So, let's kick off.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming.
Set, lady.
Come on. Watch 9.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got Curse. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards on his first catch.
See how we're just playing the moments. I'm going to do it.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, the left side completion to Jones. A gain of 5 for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
I'm just going to do something. I'm going to remove the music. Because it keeps saying it's pausing the live feed on Facebook because of the music. So I'm just going to try and remove the music. I think Facebook has problems with it sometimes. Oh, come on. How slowly is it going? So hopefully that won't be an issue anymore. So apologies if it sort of paused it for you. We are back.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
I'm going to do a cover 4.
Stafford going to come up first and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To the air again, Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He was feeling the pressure.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
At least it's scoreless. That's awesome.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Okay, so we're going to continue to the next moment. So Brady got us all the way down the field.
This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone?
I'm going to flip the run.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Ooh, so they're in my... Oh, no. We got the ball back.
A red zone alert. Let's jump back in here. 1st and 10 at the 16.
They intercepted and got the ball back. So we're going to play the same play again, but this time try and...
Now Hoyer. And incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Dontrell Inman ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
It's quite tough.
A lot of people might call.
It's tougher than because I've sort of gone up a level, so I'm not playing. I used to play basic, but I've gone up a couple of levels. So
this offense has been clicking pretty well here in the 1st half. They've got the sizable margin. Now can they add to it here with a final drive in the 2nd quarter? Here's Hoyer. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That's a catch.
After review of the play.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back.
And this throw will be intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
He was open, and as I threw to him, I saw the guy coming in the side. And I was like, oh, no. So they got a field goal.
Just above 1 minute remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense looking to get down at least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in here by Inman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Hoyer. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
I'm going to put a timeout just because I can. I've got 30 seconds to get this.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
So weird. Good Patriots spot.
Hoyer now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll look to throw here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 21 yards away.
I need to up the level, I think, again. Which is fine. I'll up the level for next game.
Time to jump back in. Opening drive, third quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sean Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Better to take the hit than to throw.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Matt Lacoste ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
A lot, Eamon.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get...
Alrighty. So 4th quarter. Defense.
A field goal does them no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down.
Hey, what's the ball?
There we go.
They snap it to Savage. Complete outright to Kurz. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 4th down, trailing in the... And this is going to bring up a crucial situation here. They're going to try the onside kick. Will they get it? Or can the receiving team prevent that from happening? And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here... 4th quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Perfect kick. Oh, it's going to go straight.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very... It's a 2-score game in the 4th quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs the football. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover.
Hello. That's okay.
So the task for this offense is preserving this lead. It's a tight game late, and the defense also, keep in mind, they do have 3 timeouts. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Look at me. Door. Slam. Greystone, travel. Kill. Turn it up. Topper.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Watch the ship. General West. Watch the ship.
No, we're just getting
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
61, matchbox lights. Whip. Watch the whip. Recon, 152 fighter. Back. 22 jet bomber.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Fender. So what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20.
So now the Lions down 28-20. A minute 35 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now it's Savage. Right side and taken in by Fulgham. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Vandy, Joe Williams with a pick.
30 seconds left. Gonna do extra trail in this one.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come in and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side,